The reflection stared back at me, merciless and honest. The man in the mirror carried decades of habit, fear, and quiet compromise. I realized how many moments I'd allowed to slip away unnoticed. The birthdays I missed, the friendships I let fade, the passion I buried under responsibility. I sank slowly to the cold tile floor, gripping the edge of the sink. Memories flooded me. Scraped knees from first bicycle rides, endless summer nights chasing fireflies, laughter spilling across playgrounds, whispered secrets with friends eyed. Long forgotten. That boy had been fearless, curious, full of wonder. And somewhere along the way, he'd disappeared. At 55, I finally saw him, the man I had become. Pale face, heavy eyes, shoulders slumped under invisible weight. Years of survival without living had carved themselves into my body, and yet I hadn't noticed until that morning, the day I saw myself. Tonight, I want to share my story about lost years, hard truths, and the small steps that began saving me. It's never too late to reclaim your life, even if you feel like your story has already been written. Not little lies, but enormous ones. Lies I told myself to survive. Lies I believed about what mattered. Lies that had stolen decades of my existence. Days wasted chasing goals that were never mine. Moments I could never reclaim. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt a stranger staring back at you? That was me at 55. Years of work, routines, responsibilities. And then, one morning, a terrifying thought hit me. My whole life had been a lie. Pain mingled with clarity. My reflection wasn't just a warning, it was a chance. A spark of possibility flickered faintly in my chest. Could I reclaim the life I had ignored? Could I find that boy again, even at 55? For the first time in decades, I felt a strange mix of fear and hope, the awareness that it was possible to choose differently. The lie I believed. For 40 years, I believed a lie. Work hard, pay the bills. Life will take care of itself. I sacrificed health, joy, and family moments, thinking survival alone was enough. Evenings were the worst. Sitting at my desk, mind numb, stomach empty, while laughter echoed from rooms I never entered. I told myself it was responsibility, but in truth, it was a lie. I had been living as a ghost, alive in body, absent in spirit. I remembered moments I'd ignored. My daughter's first recital, my father's quiet disapproval, friends who stopped calling because work mattered more. Each memory was a tiny wound, now aching with clarity. That night, staring at the mirror, I admitted the truth. I have been lying to myself for decades. Guilt pressed heavily, but so did hope. Maybe, just maybe, I could choose a different path. The weight of years past still sat on my shoulders. But I realized something vital. The past cannot be erased, but the future is still mine. I whispered to the darkness, I will not let another day slip by unnoticed. I will reclaim myself, even if it takes every ounce of courage I have left. The funeral that shook me. A friend, 59, lay in a casket. We had grown up together, building dreams we never fulfilled, making promises we never kept. And now, silence. The preacher said only, he worked hard all his life. I realized, in that cold moment, that I could end up the same way. Survival without living. Effort without joy. Years slipping past unnoticed. Dreams left unpursued. Memories flooded me. Climbing trees as kids. Laughing until our stomachs hurt. Whispering secrets in the dark. planning adventures that never happened. Each memory felt like a reminder that life is fragile, and yet I had spent so long asleep. Walking home in the rain, soaked to the bone, regret weighed heavily, but so did resolve. That night, I promised, I will not let another year slip away unnoticed. I will honor life while I still can. The midnight confession. I spoke aloud. What have I done with my life? The answer echoed through the room. Nothing meaningful. I had buried myself under expectations I never questioned, routines that numbed my spirit. I recalled moments I ignored, my daughter's first recital, my father's silent disappointment, the friends I stopped calling because work mattered more. Fear crowded in, but so did hope. I opened the journal and wrote, each word shaking slightly. I have been living a lie. I choose truth now. The night stretched long. Every sound, the wind, the rain, the tapping of my pen, felt amplified. And with each line, I felt a spark ignite. Tomorrow, I would take the first real step toward the life I had abandoned. The dawn of truth. Morning brought clarity. The future stretched blank and waiting. I couldn't change the past, but every breath, every choice could be mine to reclaim. I remembered my parents, my children growing up too fast, the lost years I'd spent avoiding discomfort, the evenings I'd chosen work over connection. I whispered, I will not waste another day. I will choose life now. Hope was no longer a dream, it was a decision. Life pulsed in my veins again. Fragile, but tangible. Energy returned slowly, curiosity reawakened, and the faint but powerful sense that my story was still mine to write filled me with both fear and excitement. Small steps, fierce battles. I started small. One walk, a phone call to my daughter, a few lines in a journal. My body resisted. My mind whispered doubts. You're too old. You've wasted too many years. But I refused to listen. Each small victory, conversation, step, laugh, was life reclaimed. I discovered pride in simple things. Holding a door, listening fully, noticing the sunlight on a wall. Life doesn't demand grand gestures. It demands presence, effort, and courage every single day. The battles are quiet, almost invisible, but each small victory accumulates. Slowly, the world felt wider again, more alive, full of possibility. The mirror, again. Weeks later, I faced the mirror again. The lines on my face seemed deeper, but they no longer whispered shame. They told stories of survival. I saw the man I had been hiding, trembling beneath layers of fear and regret. I whispered, I'm not lost yet. We will live this life together. The reflection no longer judged, it witnessed. I traced the lines on my hands, remembering the work, the mistakes, the moments of joy I'd ignored. And yet, beneath it all, a quiet strength had emerged. Man to man, I realized something crucial. Change is slower than we wish, but steady persistence reshapes everything. Every step taken, every choice made, leaves its mark. The life I had ignored was waking up, fragile, yes, but alive, and growing stronger with each sunrise. Man to man, it's never too late. I know the world tells you otherwise, that your best years are behind you, that it's too late to change. But I stand here as proof it is never too late. Every step counts. Every choice matters. Look in the mirror tonight. The man staring back has been waiting for you. He's been patient, waiting for the moment you finally stop ignoring him Stop pretending everything is fine and take back your life. Choose courage, not comfort. Choose truth, not the lie you've been told. Life is not about perfection. It's about showing up again and again. Stand tall, make one decision, then another. Momentum builds. A single step, then another, until the life you dream of is slowly, surely yours. The question: how long will you let the lie define you? How many more days will you drift, waiting for some miracle, when the truth is already in your hands? Will you continue existing, or wake up and take control? Think of the small victories: a conversation with your child, a walk, a laugh, a moment fully lived. They are life itself. They are the proof that your story is still being written, and the first word of the next chapter is a choice made by you today. Remember, regret is heavier than fear. Fear can motivate, can guide, can ignite change, but regret only weighs, holding you back. Choose action. Choose life. Choose to face the mirror and truly see yourself. The legacy you choose. Legacy isn't money or status. It's how fully you lived, the moments you seized, the love you gave, the courage you found when life demanded it most. I choose differently now. I embrace every small step, every reflection, every brave choice. I know the road ahead will be uneven, but each moment lived with intention adds up, shaping a life worth remembering. Don't wait. Don't settle. Decide today. When your reflection looks back, let him see a man who finally became himself. A man who faced fear, reclaimed life, and lived authentically until the very end. And know this: every day you choose truth, every day you choose courage, you inspire someone else. Your story is not just yours, it touches others, often in ways you will never fully see. The life you want is waiting, not tomorrow, not next year. Now, start small, fight hard, and choose truth over survival. Don't accept the lie anymore. Look in the mirror, take your first step, and become the man you were always meant to be. If this story resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe. Every week, we share stories and insights to help you reclaim your life, step by step. Your support helps more men awaken, face their truth, and live fully.